The most dangerous lie in your 20s, that you're supposed to have life all figured out, know exactly who you are, what you want, and where you're going. The pressure is everywhere. We thought graduating would bring clarity, but it just left us with more questions. What if we choose wrong? What if we fall behind? What if everyone else is ahead? But here's the truth. Most of us are just winging it. Feeling lost is normal. Your 20s are for figuring things out, not for having all the answers. That jump from student life to adulthood, it's like stepping into fog with no GPS. One day, you've got classes and structure and grades, and the next day people are asking, so what's next? Like you're supposed to have a PowerPoint ready about your entire future. I panicked. I took a job I didn't care about just so I could say I had one. And shocker, it didn't make me feel better. We grew up with this idea that by 25 we should be settled. Stable job, house, maybe even kids on the way. But that timeline, it was built for a world that doesn't exist anymore. A world where houses weren't $500,000 and careers didn't zigzag. Now we've got this whole 30 under 30s culture, celebrating people who peak absurdly early. And if you're not running a startup or winning awards before 28, you start thinking you're falling behind. But here's the thing, 70% of people our age feel that way. So if you're feeling lost, you're actually kind of in the majority. And yeah, that pressure messes with your head. Like, we're told every decision matters forever, so we freeze. I spent a year stuck in the wrong career path, just because I didn't want to waste what I already invested. But time's gonna pass anyway, whether you're stuck or moving forward. What really holds us back? Comparison. You scroll Instagram, and suddenly everyone's getting promotions, buying homes, traveling the world, with "finding myself in Bali" captions. Meanwhile, you're just trying to figure out dinner, and even when it looks authentic, like not every day is perfect, it's still curated. They're showing you the best 2%. You don't see the stress, the debt, the breakdowns. You see the beach in Thailand and assume they've got life figured out. Spoiler, they don't. None of us do. I've started muting accounts that make me feel like trash. Not because I'm jealous, but because I'm tired of measuring my life against a highlight reel. And I've learned to ask myself, what do I actually know about this person's life? Usually, not much. What helped me most? Following people who talk about the messy stuff, career changes, failed relationships, not knowing what the hell they're doing either. That's real. That's helpful. Because being lost doesn't mean you're failing. Sometimes it means you're figuring it out. After I graduated, I called it a gap year. But really, I was just floating, working random jobs, sending resumes into the void, wondering if I'd screwed up by not having a plan. But now, I see that time as necessary. That space gave me clarity I didn't even know I needed. Psychologists call this phase emerging adulthood. It's not a mistake. It's a stage. Your brain's still building itself. You're literally not supposed to have it all locked in yet. We're told to optimize everything, turn every hobby into a side hustle, be productive 24/7. But honestly, that noise just drowns out who you really are. Most meaningful paths start small. One blog post, one handmade product, one shift that feels better than the last one. Some of the most successful people didn't figure it out till their 30s or 40s. Your timeline is not broken. It's just yours. 3 things that helped me reframe stuff. Treat life like an experiment. Try things. Quit things. Collect data. It's not failure, it's feedback. Focus on who you're becoming, not what you're achieving. Like, does this job align with your values, or just your resume? Ask, what can this teach me? Instead of, what am I doing wrong? That one question changed everything for me. The messy middle might feel aimless, but it's where the real stuff happens. It's where you learn what actually matters to you. Try something random. Take a class. Volunteer. Say yes to something you'd normally overthink. It might not be the thing, but it'll teach you something that gets you closer. So, if someone asks you what you're doing with your life, say, I'm figuring it out. Because honestly, that's enough. No one writes the perfect map on their first try, but the people who find their way, they're the ones who kept walking, even when they didn't know where the path was going. Being lost isn't the opposite of growth. It is growth.